Good morning all. Today we are going to continue the patient information leaflet topic. So we have started with patient information leaflet definition, and we have seen the advantages and we have seen the contents of patient information leaflet. Today we are going to discuss about the layout and design of patient information leaflet. Okay, so the patient counseling we have already discussed. The patient counseling, it is a two-way communication process to address the disease, medication, diet and lifestyle modification related issues. So all these information will be discussed in the patient counseling, and it serves as a two-way communication between the patient and the pharmacist. Communication skills play a very important role during the patient counseling, right? But in some situations, many patients, they will be visiting the pharmacy and they will be busy in collecting the medicines and they will be in hurry to leave the pharmacy. So in such situations, information leaflets will serve as useful tools to know the disease or medication related problems. Many patients can read this information leaflets at their own convenient time and understand the medication usage related information. Okay, sometimes the patients can also use these information leaflets to update their medication knowledge. So today we are going to discuss about the information leaflet layout and designs. Okay, patient information leaflet, why it is important, layout and designs are important, because appropriate layout and design of a leaflet will improve the patient acceptance. Okay, if the layout is proper and if the design of the leaflet is very good, then it will increase the patient compliance. So in a way, it will improve the patient acceptance. So that is why layout and design are very important, and many guidelines were published to show the model information leaflet. Okay, to show how a leaflet look like, many models were also published. In 1990, Kitching, a person named Kitching, he recommended following guidelines for content and layout. Okay, he recommended following guidelines for the content and layout to prepare the patient information leaflet with good acceptance by the leader. So it should have a good acceptance by reader. Everyone who is reading that, it should have a good acceptance. So what are those guidelines? We'll have a look now. Number first, the line in patient information leaflet should be about 50 to 89 millimeter long. So whatever line is there, each line should be about 50 to 89 millimeter long. Next, there should be 2.5 millimeter separation between two lines. Okay, in between two lines, a gap of 2.5 millimeter should be there. That means the separation gap should be 2.5 mm between two lines. Next, unjustified lines are easier to read. That means you should not justify it. Unjustified lines are easier to read. Next, serif type of letter face is used. Whenever we type any document, we can see that there may be Times New Roman, Arabics, italics. Okay, so many other language you can choose. So among them you have sans serif. Okay, so like that, serif type is also one of the style. So serif type of letter face should be used whenever you are typing the patient information leaflet. Then letter type should be of at least 12 points. 12 points should be there at least in one letter type. Okay, then titles all in capitals are harder to read than lower cases. So suppose all the titles you are keeping in caps, that is hard to read. So you should not keep all the capitals in capital letters. Okay, so you should use the combination of capital and small letters. Next, indenting the first line of the paragraph increases the reading speed. Indenting means what? Underlining, highlight. Indenting is nothing but highlighting. So indenting will increase the efficiency, it will increase the reading speed. If you have seen in newspapers, in first paragraphs, most of the, which is very important, the first word will be highlighted. Okay, so indenting means highlighting. So the first line or first word, indenting the first line of a paragraph, it will increase the reading speed. Next, italics impair comprehension. So that means you should avoid italics in your leaflet. Next, points should be positive rather than negative. Whatever points you are choosing to keep in your leaflet, They should not point out the negative aspect, rather what are the positive aspect of that medication, all should be noted down. And later if something is in the at the last, if something is very like unimportant and which is very negative, you can note down at the end, but most of the points keep in mind they should be positive. Next, heading should stand out in a different type or extra space. So whenever you want to keep a heading for a paragraph, or you want to give a description about something, so you should give a heading for that. So that heading, it should stand out in a different type or a extra space, so that you should give some extra space for that heading. You like if you just incorporate that in the normal paragraph, you cannot read it differently, you cannot understand what is the heading. Like we see in the textbook how the heading will be given in one color, and the content will be given in the next paragraph in another color. So heading should stand out in a different type or in an extra space. Next, Arabic numerals like 1 2 3 4. Okay, Arabic numerals are easier than Roman means what? 1 2 3. Okay, 1 2 3 4, these are your Roman. So Arabic numerals like 1 2 3 4, they are easier than Roman numbers. So Roman numbers should be avoided when compared in leaflets, and they should be preferred, Arabic numbers should be preferred to your Roman numbers. Next, numbers are easier as numerals, right? Numbers are easier than numerals. For example, 9 is a number, 9 is a numeral. Whenever you want to express something in leaflet, if you write 9, the patient will be in sometimes it may not understand it very clear, but instead if you write the number 9, then it will be very clear to him. So numbers are easier understood than your numerals. So you can write 9, or whenever any other number, you can take the number instead of the numeral. So 9 will be easier than 9. So numbers are considered easier to numerals. The next, highlighting by color or boxing is not helpful. So one idea which we think is, whenever we write an exam or we see in a textbook, or we want to highlight that, what do? We use color, or we keep it in a box, right? We keep that paragraph or sentence, underline that, we keep it in a box. That is helpful in another way, but not in leaflet. It will not be helpful in a leaflet. If you want to highlight that sentence by coloring or boxing, it is not going to helpful, because already the size of a leaflet is very less, and in that if you do coloring, boxing, so that is not going to help. So highlighting in this way, that is in leaflet design, highlighting by color or boxing is not a good idea. It is otherwise a good idea when compared to when you are writing an exam or in a textbook, or you are preparing for an event, or you are preparing a poster. For everything, that highlighting by color is easy and it is helpful, but not in the leaflet. Next, pictures are useful for complex maneuvers. So for this we have already discussed. Whenever there is a complex maneuver which everything should easily understand, which the normal patient should understand in a layman language, then you should incorporate pictures. So by looking at that picture, it will help in easy understanding, and then it will improve the compliance, and then it can improve the patient acceptance. For example, inserting suppositories. So for that, if you show a picture that suppositories are inserted in your rectal area, because they will exert a local action, and then once they are inserted, due to the body temperature, they will melt at the body temperature and release the drug over the entire area, because our body temperature will be high when compared to that medication. So whenever any medication is exposed to higher temperature, it will melt fastly, right? So where suppositories when inserted rectally or vaginally pessaries, right? We have discussed this in pharmaceutics, in formulation, so you know all this. So inserting suppositories, if we show by a picture, or how to insert eye drops, like how to puncture with the nozzle and how to open that opening. So if we show that with a picture, it will help in easy understanding and better administration. So pictures are helpful for complex maneuvers, but others may distract. Sometimes that means others may distract means for other reason, or for other dosage forms you need not have this picture, but for some complex things which the normal patients finds difficult to understand, for that if you introduce a picture, that will help in better understanding, and in a way it will improve the patient compliance. Okay, so these are the guidelines which are given by Kitching for content and the leaflet design to prepare PIL with good acceptance by the reader. You can have a look. This is given in your Ramesh textbook. I'll send you the material. Please refer it. Okay, there are few more points I need to discuss. So these were the points which are given by Kitching, guidelines given by Kitching. But there is one more person, one more scientist who is known as Baker Abel. Okay, one more person is known as Baker Abel. He also developed some useful guidelines for the layout and design. Okay, Baker and Abel also developed some useful guidelines for the layout and design of leaflets similar to a Kitching. So all the guidelines which you have discussed now, they were proposed by Kitching. Another person also proposed few guidelines. So what are those, we'll see now. Okay, mostly they are just the same. Okay, just we'll see what are the differences. He also stressed on length of the line. Okay, so the length of the line, it should be in between 50 to 80 millimeter. Baker and Abel also stressed on the length of the line, which should be about 50 to 80 millimeter. Separation between lines, that is the gap between the two lines, it should be greater than 2.8 mm. Here he said that there should be 2.5 mm separation between two lines, right? Here Baker and Abel said that the separation should be greater than 2.8 millimeter. Next, again same, the serif typeface should be used. Type size, that means whatever 12 points, same here, letter type should be of at least 2 points. So here same, the type space size should be greater than 12 point. And indenting of first line, indenting is highlighting, right? Indenting of the first line. Next, lowercase titles, so that is total capital should be avoided. Titles all in capitals are harder to read, right? So indenting of the first line, then use of lowercase letters, then word in italics. Okay, he has said that word should be written in italics. Then 0 to 3 words give a positive advice. Okay, if you are using few words to describe positive, 0 to 3 words. Okay, this I have told you, like point should be positive rather than negative. So if you want to describe any positive advice, 0 to 3 words. Then standard headings, then the numbers should be in Arabic. Okay, here what he has told, same, Arabic numerals are easier than Roman. So same here, numbers should be used in Arabic. Then boxed tent, that is a design. Okay, boxed tent should be used. Okay, so apart from these specifications, Baker Abel added 3 more important criteria in the design of the leaflet. So apart from these specifications, Baker Abel also added 3 more specifications, that is number of colors used. If you want to use any number of colors, if you want to increase, then you can use maximum 4 colors. Okay, he has highlighted this feature, that is the number of colors used, they should be 4. And then amount of white space. Okay, the white space, the percentage of page area, the white space which you can use, the percentage of page area, it should be greater than 40%. That means, suppose this is a 100% paper, right? In this, the 40% of the white space should be left. So the white space amount should be greater than 40%. And the paper quality should be greater than 90 GSM. And the paper quality used should be greater than 90 GSM. Okay, I want you to find out what do you mean by GSM. The next class you are going to tell me about what you mean by GSM. So the paper quality used, it should be greater than 90 GSM. Okay, Baker Abel leaflet design, that is known as BALD. Baker Abel leaflet design, BALD, Baker Abel leaflet design. BALD criteria is used commonly to assess the layout and design of various patient package inserts, PPI. PPI is nothing but patient package inserts. So this design is used to, okay, a BALD criteria is used to assess the layout and design of many patient package inserts. Okay, so this is with the Baker and Abel guidelines and with the Kitching guidelines. This question you may expect it, but till now it has not been asked in a final question paper. It has been asked in your sessional. So please go through it from the Ramesh textbook and find out about GSM. And in the next class you can ask me in case of any doubts. Thank you.